This story is from the Am I Overreacting subreddit and is titled Feeling Unimportant and Like an Afterthought on My Birthday. Sad face. My husband asked me a month ago what I wanted for my birthday, and I told him I just wanted him to clean and organize the main level of the house and the basement. He said he'd do it. I just had to keep the kids out of the house so he could work on it. I thought he'd do it weeks ago and do it on days where he'd already be out of the house, like for school or extracurriculars. Instead, he waited until the last 2 days before my birthday and during spring break. So I've been running around trying to find ways to keep 2 young kids occupied for 2 entire days. It's been exhausting for me and for them, and of course, he only did the main level. He did promise to do the basement another weekend. Today is my birthday. I didn't wake up to a good morning text, so I figured he's waiting to say it in person. He finally comes into the bedroom where I'm playing with our daughter and starts talking about something else and goes to leave. I jokingly asked him if there's anything else he wants to say, and he looks at me and says, "Didn't you see my text?" 5 minutes before that, he sent me a text saying, "Happy birthday." Is it wrong to expect that he'd either send me a text for me to wake up to, given that he woke up at least 2 hours before me, or at least to say it in person, since he couldn't do that or even say it when I gave him a hint to? Then our daughter starts crying, normal melodramatic toddler, "Girl, don't I know it," and comes into the room while I'm trying to recenter myself after that disappointment. It's hard for him to take that responsibility since I've had it by myself this entire week, while he's had work and 2 days of cleaning the house. Along with all that, he didn't get me a gift or even a card. I know the clean house was supposed to be my gift, but he didn't finish it, and he admits that he spent a good bit of that time I had the kids out taking breaks. Other than the cleaning, has done nothing for my birthday. I bought the food, I bought the decorations to make myself feel special. He didn't even get me a card. I don't need anything extravagant, but all of this is making me feel unimportant and like an afterthought on the day that's supposed to celebrate me. Damn. OP, if you don't mind going to dusty-thunder.com and filling out the contact form with some kind of proof validation that this is you. Oh, we can just match your username. Prove that this is your username. I want to send you a birthday cake. We have cake kits for Mission Protect the Cake. I want to send you a birthday cake. Please. There is not much more low than feeling like garbage on the one day of the year you're not supposed to feel like garbage. And I think, so this is my position. Whenever it's Candy Thunder's birthday, I'm a gifter, right? That's how I'm going to show my love to her. So I will normally go over the top knowingly because I'm like, I love you big. That's how I'm saying that. But I always feel like shit that night or the next day or whatever it is. I always feel like I haven't done enough. And I feel like if you really love your partner, you kind of should probably always feel like you haven't done enough. It's kind of like a parent feeling like they should be doing better means that you're doing a good job because you care, right? It's that kind of thing. If you're worried you're not doing enough, you're doing it right. I don't feel like that's how hubby feels. I feel like he feels like what he's done already is way more than enough and she doesn't even really deserve that. And to be on the receiving end of that, got me. You got me. You got me right in the feels. That's tough. That's tough to feel like that. By the way, this is the Raccoon Who Controls the Weather t-shirt. I'm officially rocking it. It's in the swag shop at dusty-thunder.com. Freaking love it. There's nothing that make this okay. I don't care how busy you are. I don't care what kind of disarray your life is in. If your partner feels like garbage on their birthday, it's on you, partner. You done fudged up. You done red flag confettied it on somebody's birthday. You done brozoed it with the whole way that you've handled this situation. And even when it's very, very apparent that your partner is feeling unappreciated, you did nothing to change course here. And I think that's what makes you a real asshole in here. Stevie Wonder said when he was on our podcast, said, if you know you should be doing something differently and you choose not to do that, that makes you an asshole. In this case, I think there was a clear indication that what he was doing wasn't enough and he stuck to his guns. That makes him a legitimate, bona fide ass-canut. Whereas, yeah, what are breaks? And then I was thinking, oh shit, there was a There was a few hour window over the weekend where I was working on organizing parts of our house. I didn't really take a break till the very, very end, though. But for a minute, I'm like, is this me? When is Candy? Her birthday's not until later this year. It's in August. Well, this can't be. No, it's not me. I was about to feel really, really shitty. I was like, no way. Can't be. Can't be. It can't be. It's at least a 2. Is it a 1? I think it might pivot from a 2 to a 1 when you get a signal that you need to be doing something different or better and choose not to. When he stuck to his guns, I feel like he might have jumped up from a 2 to a 1 right then. What do you think? Ask on 1, he doesn't value her at all, and he made her feel like shit on the day that is about her. Cassiopeia, she wasn't expecting much. A card, a text, or even some convenience store flowers would have been enough. Something. We don't do cards. Candy Thunder and I don't do cards because we just don't. Unless it's a really funny one. We just don't typically do cards. But that we don't need a card to feel special. Ripley, Hubs is playing poor pitiful Pearl. He didn't even half-ass this relationship. It's more like quarter-assing it. Oof. Mad Hatter's at 2. Mad Hatter, I would understand if the husband had asthma and needed to take breaks for that, but this is mad. I think here's what happened. I think he was like, oh, I got this whole house to myself. Video games. I think he got blazed up and jumped into video games instead of doing what he was supposed to do because he had a moment where he knew he was going to have time, an environment where he wasn't going to get interrupted. He was like, man, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. But he made his choice then. He made his choice when he decided to dick around instead of doing the thing that he agreed to do, which was the only thing he had planned for his wife's birthday. As soon as he chose to start half-assing it on that, he became really, really shitty. Is he evil, though? That's the question here. Is he evil? We do cards. We do cards only. Ask on 1. Didn't you get my text to so many more words than happy birthday? Truth. You know what? Okay. Yep. Again, it's the choice. It's not the initial thing that he did. It was the choice to stick to his guns and be like, yeah, so what? You're fine. What do you expect? It's not like it's your goddamn birthday or nothing. Yeah. The active and repetitive choices to be shitty are what got him here. There are a million different scenarios where this stays at a 2 or maybe even below, but it is at every single turn he chose wrong. At every single turn, he chose to be an asshole on her birthday. That's where he jumps from a 2 to a 1 here because he wanted to be a 1, clearly. He's like, I'm going all the way. Aren't you gonna, say anything else? Didn't get my text? He went all the way. It sucks to think that we're all probably guilty of that to some manner, right? Not being 100% a person of our word. I overload myself with tasks every day and still don't complete it, but that is a form of like me saying I'm going to do these things, but you know what I mean. But yes, when you are intentionally acting against your word, yes. I think when you have that many opportunities, the only way that you're failing is if you choose to fail. He chose to fail. That's why he's an ask on 1. The choice is beyond disrespectful when it's a repetitive choice.